Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Room of Tricks. I'm Progatog, and for those who don't know me, I obsess over Trick Room in competitive Pokemon. I had fallen behind on writing and uploading due to my stress prepping for the 2023 Toronto Regionals, but I'm hoping to be more prepared for future tours so that this doesn't happen again. But trying to come up with an idea for this video, I realized if I only talked about successful tournament teams, we're quickly going to have just side spam plus the Pokemon of the day for a lot of these. So I wanted to do something a bit different. Not everyone wants to play VGC in big tournaments. Some folks just want to screw around on ladder with underused Pokemon or personal favorites. So, in the spirit of underused, some sort of fun Pokemon, today we're going to talk about Dragalge. Before we get further in the video, I am pouring a lot of heart and passion into these, and I hope to continue to do so consistently for a long time. If you like this kind of content and want to see more, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and to drop a comment about what else you'd like to see. This suggestion for Dragalge came directly from a viewer, and I hope to tackle as many suggestions that come my way as I can. So I remember when X and Y came out, it was one of the only time periods in my life where I was super into singles. We had a Smogon OU league at my college even. A lot of people were salty that Dragalge's hidden ability was not available because adaptability is busted. Turns out, even with that ability, it left a lot to be desired. But looking at its stats, it seems solid to try and work something out on a Trick Room team. It's slower than almost any premier Trick Room threat, so it's sure to at least get a hit in, and with adaptability and Life Orb, it can dish out some decent damage, even some hilarious sweeps with Oranguru as a partner. Dragalge, even if not a major powerhouse, is the focal point of the team. It has adaptability as its ability, so moves with the same type attack bonus get a 100% power boost instead of the 50% power boost. Because this boost only applies to current typing, I opted to not go for a coverage or defensive Terra so that we can get the most damage out of the Seaweed Dragon. Poison Terra's Sludge Bomb with Life Orb will hit like a truck and KO most things that don't resist, with Instruct to help clean up the difference. It's just a crying shame that Dragalge doesn't get Sludge Wave. Draco Meteor is for when you need a particularly punchy move, and Dragon Pulse is for when we can't afford the stat drop. I had originally debated choice specs with Scald, but without adaptability or stab bonus, Dragalge really isn't dishing out enough damage with the other moves. For Trick Room setters, Dragalge pairs best with Oranguru and the otherwise unorthodox Chandelure. Chandelure has the fire coverage needed to punch through most steel types that wall Dragalge that aren't named Heatran. And unlike Arbor Rouge, Chandelure can punch through Heatran and Shadow Ball regardless of whether or not it Terras. Oranguru does normal Oranguru things you'd expect on Trick Room. Inner Focus prevents fake out flinches, and Instruct lets you take something that's already a threat and turn it into a nightmare. Nearly anything that can survive a single Sludge Bomb or Dragon Pulse from Dragalge will be taken out by a second one, and those that aren't will be dealt with by the answers in the back. Normally Safety Goggles is a standard item on Oranguru, but I've been experimenting with Cornerstone Ogerpon for the first time on this team after seeing prominent usage of it in grassroots tournaments. Ogerpon, being the only grass type will follow me, allows you to safely redirect spores from your setter, or can simply outpace the Amoonguss and taunt it if Amoonguss's partner is not a major threat to the setter. Having Sturdy combined with Follow Me lets Ogerpon essentially act as a mouse hold that can hold both Focus Sash and Safety Goggles. Ursaluna is a Pokemon of choice on a lot of my teams these days, and it's particularly disgusting with Oranguru as a partner for Instruct Headlong Rushes. Some people opt to go for more bulk on Ursaluna, but I'm a continued fan of the 252 HP and 252 attack spreads for the sheer damage it can output, even after Intimidate. For teams that have screens, physical walls, or can Intimidate Cycle, Swords Dance helps you outpace the defensive plays and take out your opponents swiftly. King Gambit is not often seen with Assault Vest these days, but I felt having both Dark and Steel coverage would be useful for the Fairy Terra Pokemon that Dragalge will otherwise sit in front of awkwardly due to resisting or being immune to poison, such as Heatran. Overall, the team is admittedly more meant for in-game ladder fun, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's important to acknowledge as players that many people experience Pokemon and VGC very differently, and for those whose best idea of fun is laddering with Pokemon they otherwise can't, videos like these are for you. Without further delay, let's get into the games. Alright, so getting started, we're facing against a Como-O Sand team. I would have loved to have faced more of these in Toronto. Now, Dragalge will pair well into Como-O later in the game if we can get him to blow his Terra on something else. But I'd say we want to start King Gambit and Oranguru. So Oranguru can't be faked out, he can't be encored. Tyranitar will probably have Stomping Tantrum for King Gambit, or Assurance for Oranguru. Chandelure and Dragalge are probably the best closers for this. Okay, that was a pretty expected start. Now, if Tyranitar has Stomping Tantrum, that won't KO King Gambit. But if he has Assurance Fall after an Icy Wind, that probably will. So I'd say we probably want to Iron Head the Tyranitar just to get some damage in. I'm going to Terra Trick Room. I don't think there's anything he can do to interrupt this. Yeah, so he went for an attack into Oranguru as expected. There's probably going to be an Assurance. Okay, knock off. Likely would not have KO'd, but I see Assurance often, so I don't think playing around that was the wrong call. Now, he doesn't really have any safe switches for Iron Head, so we can just go for the exact same thing. We'll go Iron Head and Tyranitar. Iron Bundle's either going to switch or protect, I think, so it's actually a good opportunity to ring in Dragalge rather than going to the Instruct. Because we're going to get the knockout onto Tyranitar probably, and if he switches, that's fine too. If we go for the Instruct, it's not going to do a whole lot. Oh, no protect. I really hope he didn't freeze dry into that slot. That would have been a terrible prediction. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh. Yeah, Bundle doesn't really do a whole lot, does it? I would have expected that, obviously, if it was like Specs Bundle, but that was a pretty risky play on his part. That thing probably has extreme speed, so as much as I want to go in with the Dragalge, it's probably still not safe to do so. But that was only the first out of the 4 Trick Room turns, so we're still going to have 2 to show some damage with this thing. I will cry if that's a steel resistant Terra. Okay. Can't say I saw that coming either. I haven't actually looked at this exact team. I've heard about the Como bundle teams, but I haven't like looked at all their moves and Terras and such. So we went to the Flare Blitz instead of the Extreme Speed. So if he even has Extreme Speed. The Citrus Fairy makes me think not, though. With the Chandelure in the back, I'd say the Arcanine isn't as threatening because it can't excuse me the Ghost type. And it can't Flare Blitz it either, it has to rely on Rock Slide. I'd say we go Iron Head or Iron Bundle, and we're gonna Draco Meteor. Sludge Bomb should take it out. No, we'll Draco Meteor to be safe. I can't claim to know all the Dragalge calcs in the world. At the Toronto Regionals, I witnessed Hisuian Arcanine with a choice band without Terra survive an Earth power. So I will believe anything can live anything at this point. I'm not taking chances anymore. Okay, so Rillaboom's gonna probably have Fake Out. It's gonna almost certainly have Grassy Glide, and we have 2 turns of Trick Room left, right? 1 turn of Trick Room left. I'd say our best bet here is to go for Iron Head into the Rillaboom, and we'll try to Sludge Bomb it. If he fakes out, that's fine, because then he's not faking out. Oh, he's going Iron Glass Guys and King Gambit for whatever reason. So we get the clean KO with Sludge Bomb. Almost a clean KO with Sludge Bomb. I'm guessing that's the assault best on the team. But we finish him off with an Iron Head for an easy first game. Alright, I've seen a lot of teams like this, with the Sinistcha, Galarian Moltres, Iron Hands being sort of its 3-core, often with Arcanine as well, so I'd say it's a 4-core. Landorus and Alolan Ninetales seem like pretty good things to slot in as well, so I'm not really... no surprises there. This is a weird one, because I don't think we actually... I don't know if we actually go for Trick Room to start this game. Actually, if he really wants to get the Aurora Veil up, he'll just bring Iron Hands with the Alolan Ninetales, and I can't stop it. Dragalge actually has a lot of potential to do some work here. Poison Terra Sludge Bombs will rip through a lot of the things on this team. I think we just go full aggression in this game, and we finally get to bring Chandelure as well. I'm assuming he's going to bring Alolan Ninetales and Iron Hands. Oh! That doesn't really hurt us at all either, so that's fine. I don't know if I can take a Fiery Wrath plus a U-turn on Oranguru, since they're both super effective. I don't want to, but I feel like I have to use the Terra here. And we will protect on Dragalge because there is still a high possibility that he goes for Stomping Tantrum into that slot. Now that Moltres is probably going to Terra, because he doesn't want to take a Sludge Bomb. But we're not going to jump right into Dragon Pulse either, because there is no Fairy type in the back. The optimal play for my opponent is definitely to try and take out Oranguru here, so I'm really expecting the Fiery Wrath plus, like, U-turn. There's the U-turn. There's Ninetales. And I'm guessing that's going to now Fiery Wrath. That was a nasty plot, that's scary. Okay, so we didn't have to Terra. But it's one of those situations where you want to be careful. Because if we didn't Terra, and he attacked with Fiery Wrath in U-turn, it wasn't going to be very pretty for us. Now we can Encore the Moltres, and we can Sludge Bomb the Ninetales. As long as it's not Sash, this should take it out. Super effective adaptability boost, Life Orb, and it's kind of frail. Yeah, there we go. And now we're going to Encore the Moltres, so we won't be able to protect or attack or nothing. And now we don't have to worry about a safe Fairy switch, because the Fairy's down. Now, what's in the back? Am I more scared of what he can switch to or what he already has? I think I'm more scared of what he already has. Not the Moltres, obviously. But I think we're going to instruct Dragalge after a Dragon Pulse into Landorus. If the first one doesn't take it out, the second one will. And if the first one does, the second one will go into the Moltres, or what is it switch to? I guess it's the Moltres. Keep. That's perfectly fine. Because now the Moltres is going to be Encore locked into Nasty Plot for one more turn and be unable to switch. I'm amazed at how much this Dragalge is doing. The combination of Poison and Dragon is actually an excellent stab here. Getting that one shot on the Articuno... Not Articuno, what am I saying? On the Ninetales, I said that while looking at the legendary bird. Getting the one shot on the Ninetales is so important because he wasn't able to set up Aurora Veil. Now he's almost certainly going to try and fake out Dragalge, and then Moltres' Encore is going to end. It's going to be horrifying after that, but we will steadily deal with that. Oh, with the head slam up. Okay. That's horrifying. That's also horrifying. I think our saving grace is going to be Chandelure if it's Focus Sash here. Moltres is almost certainly going to protect, if it has it. You know what, no. What am I saying? The Iron Hands is slow. Let's just let him go down. Because he might heavy slam into That's not what I clicked. I guess I ran out of time right when I clicked it. And that missing is really unfortunate. Because that definitely takes me out. This is a much scarier situation than it was before, so bear with me. I actually expected the fake out from the Iron Hands that turn, and I played too hard around it. I didn't actually expect him to do that. And we flinch from the fiery wrath. I cannot. Yeah, he wins. Alright, so we got a neutralizing gas wheezing hyper offense team. So I'm guessing either the Urshifu or the Tornadus has ability shield, or he just doesn't care about their abilities as much. Iron Hands might have booster energy, but it also might not. I think this is a pretty simple and safe Ogerpon into Oranguru game. If he goes Wheezing or Shifu, we still have Mental Herb for the taunt. We go Dragalge, and I think Ursaluna deals with most of this stuff in the back. I'm not really scared of that Wheezing unless it's Ghost Terra and it gets in front of Ursaluna. Then it could be an issue. That's thinking like 20 steps ahead when there's no reason to. Okay, so there's no good reason not to Terra the Oranguru here, because if he has Snarl on the Chi-Yu, that could be really dangerous. But I think if we can get ourselves into... If we can get Trick Room off, we're probably fine. Okay, so he's Terraing. If that's the Flutter main, then we're also really good. Ghost Terra Chi-Yu. Grass Terra Chi-Yu. Oh, right. So if he goes Heat Wave plus Dazzling Gleam, I don't think that KOs Oranguru. He's very beaten. So he needs to use at least one single target move, which will go into Ogerpon. Yeah, he went for the Dark Pulse. If he had gone for Snarl there and I didn't Terra, it would have KO'd, so I do believe the Terra was the right call. That thing probably has Specs, since the Flutter has Booster. So this makes it very safe to start just doing this. I would love to hit the Flutter main here, because it would probably go down with the Beads of Ruin, but it's gonna get stuck in, it's gonna probably Protect. So Instruct into Dragalge. Oh, okay. I mean, that's still fine. It probably is going to Dazzling Gleam or Shadow Ball. If it Moonblasts the Dragalge, it's not the end of the world, because then Ursaluna can clean up most of the rest of the game, I believe. It probably survives this. Unless it's Rocket Revolt. Yeah. Psyshock? Psyshock is an interesting move for him to pick when it's not affected by Beads of Ruin. We're just Psychic the Iron Hands, get some chip damage in, because it's probably going to Fake Out. Flutter might Protect even. Yeah. Oh, it didn't Fake Out. Heavy Slam. That's fine. I think that's better than fine, actually, because now we get a free switch in Ursaluna. He's already blown his Terra. So the Iron Hands is not likely to survive a Headlong Rush, especially after the Psychic damage. We're very safe to just go Sludge Bomb Headlong Rush here, I believe. If the Iron Hands has Protect and Heavy Slam, I'll eat my hat. Yeah. Now, because he had Dazzling Gleam and Psyshock, I think that Fluttermane, like, I don't know if he would have protected that turn if I had known he had Psyshock. But that was too much of a risk to go for Sludge Bomb plus Headlong plus Instruct into the Dragalge, because it probably would have gone down to Dark Pulse. If it has Aqua Jet, it has Aqua Jet. If it doesn't, it dies to Facade, I think. We're probably fine regardless. Got Detect, it's also fine. I think it doesn't even matter if there's another turn of Trick Room or not. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm not, but I believe it goes down to a Draco Meteor or a Facade. It just matters of, okay. If it survives this Facade, then I lose. There we go. That's awesome. Overall, this team was a lot of fun. I'm sure if I was in the spirit of creating the perfect Dragalge team, there could be some improvements, but it was satisfying enough getting to beat people with a Pokemon that I've never personally ran into in ladder in any game. This rental code and the pace will also be in the video description. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video and what rarely seen Mon you'd like me to try out next. Thanks for watching and have a great day.